Hello everyone, and welcome back to Ravenport. If you joined me last time, you would have seen that we collected the soybean straw from this field. We baled it, collected it in the bale trailer, and took it over to the barn selling point for quite a tidy profit. I think it's about £21,000 we earned off that in the end. We also forested one more strip of trees from our tree field here. Just one more strip to collect before we can then get started on the dense forest at the back. But for today's episode, the plan is to try and buy the equipment we need for sunflowers. So last episode we also prepped this field with another crop of soybeans that was fertilized to the first level. We planted the soybean, so I'm expecting that tomorrow we'll need weeding and we'll reach the first or second growing stage as we've got crop growth on fast. So yeah, plan is to end today. We'll go for a sleep, and then tomorrow we'll get started by purchasing what we need to do sunflowers for the next crop. There we go. Nice crisp sunny morning, 6 AM. But oh dear, we've got second growth stage, I think that is now, but a whole lot of weeds. So let's go get those seen to. Normally for weeding I use the burra, just perfect size for handling the small sprayer that I've got. It's a little bit dark, so let's put those headlights on. Already fulled 100% with herbicide. I can watch those big old weeds disappear. Tackling the headland first, and then I plan to set up the worker to do the rest. Okay, so we'll leave it for the worker. Excellent. Cool, so we're going to head over to the shop and buy the necessary equipment for sunflowers. So my plan is that there's a planter in the store that will do both the crops you need for a planter, so corn and sunflowers, but it will also do the normal base crops that you just need a seeder for. It is this mod here, which is the Great Plains YP4025A, and as you can see, based on the crop type down here, it does wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybean, oilseed, and grass. But then it also does corn, sunflower, carrot, and cotton. It's got a width of 12 meters, which is much wider than, or a bit wider than, our existing Horsch Pronto 9DC, which is only 9 meters. So the plan is to sell the Pronto. Be sad to see it go, but you know, we have to increase the size of the farm and the capability of the farm, and I don't see the point in keeping this one when we've got something that will do both. And also the seeder, the planter can also fertilize at the same time. So it takes seed and fertilizer, which I think is in liquid form fertilizer. So we've got our station to fill that, which is great. So I'm going to empty the seeder. There's no much point keeping the seed that we have stored up in it. Drop that there. I will take it to my service trailer so we can get the best possible price for it. Needs quite a repair, so that's good. But let's get that to the store, sell it, buy our planter, and then later on we're going to need to do a trip to the store with a combine, because I need to get a header that will cut sunflower, or harvest it rather. Push some of the beacons on here. I will buy the planter used, as I normally do with the used vehicle mod. Very rarely buy anything brand new unless the money off it doesn't make much difference. So on like the cheaper items you might buy for only a few thousand, the used vehicle mod will only take maybe a couple hundred off it. So in that regard, not saving too much money, so we might as well go for brand new. Now there it is, pesky train. If anyone wants to see a lorry with a trailer full of logs get decimated by a train, then go ahead and watch my other video. I think that was called logging. Cool. So, sell value, we can get 67,000. That's pretty good. So we'll sell that. Go around to the shop front. Buy our planter. I think this is the same as this one, but obviously smaller in size, more appropriate for our farm and also for our horsepower. I think the only thing that will pull this planter when it's up and running is our Axion. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. Trailer. Okay. So is a 3-point or a trailed? Not sure necessarily what benefit that gives us, having it 3-point over trailed. I believe it just gets pulled. It doesn't actually get lifted by the tractor, so I don't think the 3-point is necessary. So in case we need to move it with something else other than the tractor, let's just go for the trailer, and we'll use secondhand and 81,000. So it's taken 20,000 off, probably a couple thousand to get it all fully serviced back. So yeah, we saved quite a bit of money there. 12-meter width. Let's buy it. There she is. Great stuff. So, as you can see, just some careful buying and a bit of thought around what machinery does what can really save you a lot of money. Would have been quite easy to go and buy another planter with just keeping the seeder that we've got. But what benefit does that really give us? And it costs us another 100,000, and then using the used vehicle mod we can get quite a bit of money deducted. So really, with the £60,000 that we sold the seeder for and the £80,000 we bought this for, we've only spent an additional 20,000, but we've opened up the farm now to planting, or seeding rather, sunflowers, which is going to be really useful. And it's a crop that I've wanted to try. I've not done it yet, so it'll be interesting to see how that all works. It's not going to be our only outlay today. As I mentioned, I've got to take the harvester over to the shop and buy the corn header. So, maybe we should fill this up whilst we're here with seed. Interesting to see how much seed it uses. Also, will it fit in our garage as is? We may have to move some machinery to make it fit, because it's a bit bigger. Doesn't fold up quite so neatly. Yeah, that's quite big, isn't it? So let's get that unhitched. We'll move the sugarcane planter. And then we've got the mower as well, which we'll have to find new homes for. So this can go here, as I don't use this too often. And I think the mowers can go next to the tedder. So the reason I want it, the seeder that is, the planter, in this specific spot is because I've got some seed and solid fertilizer pallets built in for the garage, so it just makes filling up a bit easier. The seeds are at the back, so just trying to get alongside it and see if I can get it to register. The front one. We'll just do to about 50%. Don't need to fill it all the way. Right, get parked up here, and then on the end of those garages areas where I've got my liquid fertilizer dispenser. So that can be used for them. So how has this got on? Oh yes. No weeds, but only 1 part fertilised, so we need to get that done as well today. I'm probably, for time's sake, going to use the solid fertiliser spreader rather than sprayer. It just means that I can keep this sprayer for the sole purpose of herbiciding. Just fill it back up to the brim. Just put the sugarcane planter where our sprayer was, which is a bit silly, but never mind. Sprayer can go here. There we go. Cool. So I think the Vera is perfectly capable of pulling the solid fertiliser spreader. So let's give it another job to do today. And I'm also going to leave this job for our worker. Very helpful. Cool. So, next, jump in the harvester. Now this might be a bit of a painful trip, so what can I do to speed it up? What I might do is just use the harvester to pick up the header. See, I hope it's blocked. this over here. What are you stuck on then? Just didn't fancy turning around, did you? There we go. So I think, well actually, even though I put it away, use the JCB. We'll take the header trailer to the store, just because I know the harvester is pretty slow. JCB is faster, so we can go to the store, pick up the corn header, bring it back on the trailer. Cool, so the header we're after is the Massey Ferguson Activia 7347S, which harvests corn and sunflower. So, main colour, don't want to change that away from the Massey Ferguson red. Save £9,000 though, getting it used. Great stuff. Oh, so we need to get it on the trailer. Someone from the shop is kindly going to load it on for us. It's going to roll off. There we go. Nice. No straps on this header trailer though, so I hope it's going to stay where it's meant to. Oh, that helper just loves getting blocked. See? When I get blocked, I just smash through the sign. Ooh. Stuck by the wool, eh? Right, you've missed a strip right on the end. Is it worth... I don't think that's worth wasting the fertilizer on. We'll just keep that as only 1 part fertilized. It's only the strip at the end. The majority is fertilized, so that's good. Run this back over here. So we shouldn't have to touch that soybean crop again until it's harvesting time. Just going to drop you there, and then we've forgotten that we need to service this header trailer, and also we need to service the planter, which we forgot to do. So let's just get this over here, service it up, then we'll get the combine round to pick it up. No, not the trailer. Take the opportunity to service this header. Put it all nice and fresh. Whee. Right. God, it fits. That's the harvester itself, not the header. So we'll drop that down. And repair it. Cool, so for the £9,000 we saved on that header, we repaired it for 300. And then storage wise, my plan is that I'm just going to keep the corn header in the garage with me. We'll just park the harvester in frontways. Just like that. And let's go get the rotating header back on the trailer, stored away. Farm logistics. at the header back over here. I'm thinking I'm going to start not storing it where it was. I may try and find somewhere a bit easier for the harvester to just come pick it up and then get on with the job. So maybe somewhere over here, if it's not blocking the path too much. I know it's out in the open, probably should be in a shed, but that will have to come later. Cool. So we have purchased our planter, which is going to give us some sunflowers in the next crop we're going to do in that field. And then we've also got the means to harvest it once it's ready. And we've already got the other equipment we need to herbicide it, spray it, and fertilise it. So that is really good. Interested to see how that performs when we get to it. So, I'm going to do a quick check on the animals. And then we may get on to finishing that last strip of trees. And taking them to the sawmill. Give back some water. Tidy up that. How are you doing for feed? Okay, so the cleanliness wasn't good. That should go back up to 100 now. Then still in the green for wheat and barley. So maybe after our sunflowers, we'll then do some wheat or barley to give you some fresh stocks. Horses are looking good. Don't think any of them are approaching. Oh, 74%. So probably a couple of days away from selling 4 horses, which is great. 50,000 a piece. So when they're 100%. But yeah, very profitable. But the horses have green for everything. So maybe after wheat or barley we could do some more oats. So we've got some stocks for them. We've got plenty of straw as well. So let's move on round to the cows. That trailer there is my livestock trailer. How much milk have we got? 1800 litres. Can't see how much slurry here, but let's go round to the water. Really topped our water. I've got some manure here, and then I've got a manure spreader here, which I think is about 40% full. So once that is full, I will start using that on the fields. Yeah, let's have a look at the cows. So you can ignore the hay and silage because we're feeding them Total Mix ration. Still in the green, lots and lots of litres for that. 1600 litres of slurry and 2700 litres of manure, which is good. Cows are doing good. Yeah, this is only a 10 cow shed. Just a small operation. let's move on round to the sheep. So we're nearly at full wool. So they've got hay here. Sometimes I put a bale of hay in the sort of feeding point just to give it some extra stock. And I think they've got quite a bit of water as well. Let's have a look. They're always pretty well topped up. I tend to top them up when I'm walking past. So yeah, sheep are looking good. Plenty of hay. No straw. And there's no cleanliness for these sheep, so they're always a good level of productiveness for wool, which is excellent. Cool. So we've got some onions here to harvest. So just gonna drag these out. Just put them on the trailer. Yeah, no pallet lifting at the moment. I'm not a fan of pallet moving using the front loader, nor am I a fan of picking up bales or logs. But if people are passionate about picking up the pallets, picking up the bales manually, then I'm happy to give it a go. I have obviously given it a go, just not very good at it. Takes a lot of time, and because I'm live streaming, that part can be quite boring, so keen to not make it drone on too much. Cool, so the animals are all good. I think this tractor needs a bit of a rinse though, so let's give it a quick rinse and keep it parked here. And then we'll get over to doing the last strip of the tree felling, which will probably need 2 trips to the sawmill. Yes. Very nice. So we'll drive the lorry up there because we are going to need it. Pick up some more logs to make it a full load. Just leave you there for now. Back in our John Deere forestry machine. I'll say I'm very impressed with this forestry machine. Makes the tree cutting job so easy. And I wouldn't even say that I'm that well rehearsed at it. Not got much practice in the tree cutting. When I was doing the logging before, sometimes the actual cutting arm would tilt back vertical at the end of the log, but I think I may have sussed why that was happening. Maybe I was cutting the tree too high off the ground, so I was actually giving it opportunity to turn. If I cut it closer to the ground, maybe it's not going to want to turn vertical again. A bit better. Perfect. Timber. Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to avoid. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Get out. Look at that neat pile compared to that. I'm not sure what I did differently there, but some trees just don't fall neatly, I guess. And our last tree of this field. Oh, I don't want it to hit the lorry. Missed the lorry. Oh, that was close. Very nice. Cool, so we have finished all the trees in that field. I think we've done that over the course of 3 separate episodes. But it has been fun, and the machine has made easy work of it. So at ease with just cutting the trees, cutting them to length, stripping them of any branches. So easy. We just need somewhere to store it, really. Don't have a garage tall enough to fit it. So for now we'll leave it to live over here. Maybe at some point I'll find it a nice garage home. Great machine. Oh, so back over to our lorry then. We're on position 2, auto loading from the left. Let's start that up. Take it nice and easy. If I go too fast, they start to drag over the back. So it's good to just take it nice and easy. There we go. I think that is us full, 20 tons. So we normally go for about 20 tons. So let's get this headed back to the sawmill. Should fetch a good price. Each full truck of around 20-ish tons is 55,000. I think it's anywhere between 1,200 and 1,500 per 6-metre log of a good thickness. Have to sell a couple of rogue ones that weren't quite in the sell point, and yeah, it seems to be about 12 to 1,500. Hey. Steady on trailer, don't want to tipping over. We don't want to meet the wrath of the train again either. So yeah, as I said, about 55,000 for the trailer, and then each log is about 1,500. Nice empty trailer now to get us back to the farm. Pick up the last logs. And then I think that's it for today. Productive morning. We've bought some equipment. We've sold some equipment. Sold our old seeder. Bought our new planter, which is 3 meters wider than the seeder. And also gives us the ability to plant corn and sunflower, which we couldn't before. So, some big wins for the farm. Only cost us 20,000 more to buy the planter, because we sold the seeder and then bought the planter used. And then we bought the corn header for our Massey Ferguson. And I think we saved about £9,000 on that, buying it used. So I think next time that will be our focus. We would have finished all the logs, so we'll turn our attention to harvesting the soybean, which we planted last time. Have to get that baled up and well harvested. We'll bale up the soybean straw, get that sold, and then we can prep the field and start planting our sunflowers. Going to do 1 mile an hour cruise control here. Just give these a little push. We've also filled up our pallets of wool. So it'll be good to take those. Just made a nice line there, isn't it? I've not left it on the right hand edge. Just needs to shove into place. Roll that down the hill. Pick up the ones on the left and then we can switch to the right. Only issue with the hill is it seems to stack them oddly. So it's one annoying factor. Cool. So I think we'll call that pile done. Switch to pile 2. Strap these ones up. Oop. Start loading pile 2 here. It's weird, some of the logs start moving when I just approach them. It's like the ground moves around them and they then start moving. Look, there you go again. Start moving. Thought we were done there, but there's one last pile at the end here. Nice. So stop loading. Give these a little bit of a push to the other side so it's an even load. Strap these up. And we'll do our final trip to the sawmill. Come back, get those stumps cleared, get those little top twiggy bits cleared as well. Oh, forgot to set the cruise control to 1 mile an hour. So for anyone watching, I do obviously stream this live from Twitch, and I also stream it onwards to YouTube as well, and that means my videos get recorded on YouTube. Plan is maybe in the future I'll just record some locally and upload them to YouTube. Obviously that takes a fair amount of editing time, so finding that just live streaming and trying to keep it as slick as possible is the way to go for now. But we'll see how it goes. Cool. Slightly less than 50,000 that time. I think it was only 18 tons, so less than usual, 20-ish. 48,000. That's really good. And I think despite some of our purchases today, we've still done pretty good. Let's have a look. Money. Where's the money? There we go. So still 52,000 in profit today. At the farm. Not going to lead the log trailer for a little while so we can get that parked back up where it belongs, which is round here. Bit of a tight turn this, I don't think that's going to like it. Let's go around the front, back in. Lovely job. How's this guy looking? No, he's not dirty yet. Cool. So, I'm going to take, lastly, the burro back up to the animal pen. Eggs are collecting nicely. We'll get that wool put on the trailer with the pallets of onions. And then, at some point next time, do a little run to the spinnery and to the best selling point for onions. So yeah, whilst I've been doing that logging, another pallet of onions. Hey. Oops. obviously got someone helping me lift these heavy pallets. Cool. Can we strap these up? Yep, strap them up. So this trailer is a trailer that attaches to the 3-point. So you can lift it up and lower it. It's pretty cool. I think it's a lizard mod. I shall probably leave the tractor attached to it as a reminder for next time. This needs to go to the store. Well, the selling point, I should say, not the store. Strap you in. Then we can get the other two on as well. Cool, so that's nice and secure. I think by next time we would have probably had another couple of pallets of onions, so we can add them to the trailer as well. Might have to switch tractor though, because it's quite heavy just for the bureau. But yeah, that is us for today. We have... What have we done? It's hard remembering now. Yep, so we started off in the previous day, we slept, and then when we woke, this field of soybean needed weeding, so we herbicided it, and then we also gave it its second dose of fertilizer. So this is fully prepped now, just waiting for it to be fully grown and we can harvest it. Then we went to the shop, we bought our new planter. We sold the old seeder, and then we also bought the corn harvesting header for our Massey Ferguson harvester. So we're fully ready for sunflowers, which we're going to do next. And then to top it off, we did the last strip of trees on the grass field there, and we've come and collected some wool pallets so our sheep can continue making the wool. Yeah, for next time, we'll hopefully be able to harvest the soybean because it'll be ready. And then also, I think we'll go through processing that grass field for silage. So we'll be getting the fast baler out and wrapper to do that. But yeah, thanks for watching, whenever you're watching, either live or later on. Any tips or advice or anything you'd like me to do, feel free to drop a comment. And as always, any likes and subscribes are much appreciated. Yeah, thanks for joining. Cheers everyone. Bye bye.